Many IELTS candidates believe that speaking fluently means speaking fast. This is the first mistake. In the IELTS speaking test, fluency does not mean speed. It means speaking naturally without long, unnatural pauses and without stopping after every word to think. When students try to speak too fast, they make more grammar mistakes. Their pronunciation becomes unclear. They panic. And once panic starts, performance drops. Instead of speaking fast, focus on speaking clearly. Take small pauses when needed. Breathe. Organize your thoughts. The examiner is not timing your speed. They are evaluating your communication. Another very common mistake is memorizing answers. Many students search online for Band 9 sample answers and try to memorize them. This is risky. Examiners are trained to recognize memorized responses. When your answer sounds unnatural, overstructured, or unrelated to the exact question, your score can drop. IELTS is not testing memory. It is testing spontaneous communication. If your answer sounds rehearsed, it may reduce your score for fluency and coherence. Instead of memorizing full answers, prepare ideas and vocabulary for common topics. Practice speaking naturally about those ideas in different ways. Another mistake is giving very short answers, especially in Part 1. For example, Examiner, do you like your hometown? Candidate, yes, I do. This answer is correct grammatically, but it is too short. You are missing an opportunity to show your English ability. A better answer would be, yes, I do. I really like my hometown because it's peaceful and not too crowded. It's a great place to relax. This gives more information and shows vocabulary and structure. On the other hand, some candidates make the opposite mistake. They speak too much without structure. They start talking and never stop. They go off topic. They forget the question. In Part 2 especially, some candidates tell long stories, but forget to answer all parts of the cue card. Balance is important. Develop your answer, but stay focused on the question. Grammar panic is another big problem. Many candidates try to use very complex grammar because they believe complex grammar automatically means a higher band score. But if you use complex grammar incorrectly, it lowers your score. Accuracy is more important than complexity. It is better to use simple structures correctly than complex structures with mistakes. For example, instead of forcing a complicated conditional sentence, you can use clear past tense, present tense, and linking words naturally. Vocabulary is another area where students make mistakes. Some candidates try to use very advanced words they do not fully understand. This often leads to incorrect usage. The examiner can easily notice when vocabulary is unnatural. Use vocabulary that you are comfortable with. It is better to use natural, topic-related words than rare words used incorrectly. Pronunciation mistakes also affect scores. Many candidates ignore pronunciation practice. They focus only on grammar and vocabulary, but pronunciation is 25% of your speaking score. Common pronunciation mistakes include not stressing the correct syllable, speaking in a flat tone without intonation, mispronouncing common words, speaking too quietly. You do not need a British or American accent. You need clear pronunciation. The examiner must understand you easily. Another common mistake is not answering the question directly in Part 3. Part 3 requires deeper thinking. If the examiner asks, do you think governments should control social media? Some candidates start talking generally about social media without answering the question clearly. Always start with a direct answer. Yes, I believe governments should control social media to some extent, especially to prevent misinformation. Then explain. Structure is very important in Part 3. A simple structure like this works well. Answer, explanation, example, result. This makes your ideas clear and logical. Many candidates also fear silence. They think if they pause for 2 seconds, they will lose points. Short pauses are normal. Native speakers pause too. Instead of filling silence with and ah too much, take a controlled pause. Confidence is another factor. Some students know enough English, but their nervousness makes them perform poorly. They avoid eye contact, they speak too quietly, they doubt themselves. Remember, the examiner is not your enemy. They are not trying to fail you. They are simply assessing your communication. Practice speaking under timed conditions. Record yourself. Listen again. Notice your weak points. One of the most damaging mistakes is comparing yourself to others. You hear someone speaking fluently and you think, I'm not good enough. This creates anxiety. Focus on improving your own level. In part 2, many candidates forget to organize their thoughts during the 1-minute preparation time. That 1 minute is extremely valuable. Use it wisely. Write keywords. Plan the structure. Decide on 2 or 3 main points. Another mistake is ignoring linking words. Speaking in short, disconnected sentences reduces coherence. Use simple connectors like, first of all, in addition. On the other hand, for example, as a result, these small phrases improve fluency and coherence immediately. Many candidates also misunderstand what the examiner wants. They think the examiner wants perfect English. No, the examiner wants effective communication. Even Band 7 speakers make small grammar mistakes. What matters is overall clarity, range, and fluency. Finally, one of the biggest mistakes is not practicing speaking regularly. IELTS. Speaking is a skill, and skills improve with practice, not only reading tips. Speak every day, even alone. Talk about random topics, describe your day, explain your opinion about news or technology. Practice thinking in English. Avoiding mistakes is not about being perfect. It is about being aware. When you understand common mistakes, you can correct them step by step, and small improvements can increase your band score significantly.